G'day. Are you willing? I get asked this all the time from Spirit. Are you willing, Tanya? My answer is yes, but let me say it never always was yes. Maybe like you were intimidated, fearful, even unsuggesting to oneself as to what it is to ask or receive. I ask of you this: are you willing just to sit for this small moment and just to see what rises, to see what maybe captures you? Let's allow this channeling to begin. Let's invite Spirit in and see what they have to offer us today. I am willing. Let's begin. I am of love, in this I am to know, to feel this presentation, to feel this collectiveness, to feel this connection and this becoming, to become a stance within me that I can no longer defy. It is to become a knowing of intimate acceptance that I am to feel these words of wise, this wisdom that is mine, and to feel this love encircle me, to remind me, to allow for me to recognize again that it is I, it is me that is standing into the center of this belonging of all that is, the source component of me, the interaction that I feel to speak, that is to flow into me in an understanding, to decipher these words in a sense of to correspond with, to feel into and to recognize these words as my voice of Spirit that is asking me to believe. It is in these words, dear ones, that we are wishing to offer, to feel this flow, to impress upon you in a sense of suggestion, to become a satisfaction, in a willing knowing, to be calling forth these words in a voice that is yours to belong. For it is in this voice that we are to speak this rising, to feel as it is to rise on up out of the human connection, the human ability that the many of you have been allowing to distrust, to be felt in a place of unworthiness, to accept of oneself, to be capable, to feel of this love as a comparison of all that is to be held within you. For it is in this comparison, dear ones, that the many of you have allowed of self to be seen through and in the eyes of another, to become this interjection of thought within oneself that you are unable, if unassisted. Allow this, dear ones, to become a new way of which it is that this thought is to enter, to feel this interjection or this connection of words that is to flow through in this moment of your thought, to consider that it is in all worthiness, dear ones, that we are to place this ability, in a worthiness that is to come from within, that is to be molded out of you and your absolute that you are. It is in this worthiness that has been placed, that has been embedded, that has been stood into, so that you may again become willing to shed off the layers of human, so that you may again willingly see of yourself as this grand being of love and light that you are. It is in this creature of love that you are destined to become again, to feel as you are to mingle in this entirety of all that it is that we are. It is in this connection, this collectiveness of love and light, this knowing of these etherical beings of which it is that we are to present to Tanya in this version of which it is that she is to view into this, to understand of which it is that we are, is you. For it is in this commonplace attitude that the many of you are to be unwilling to view into, to be a desensitizing within oneself, to be a number, to feel void of this compassion, this trust and this faith and this love again that is yours, willing in every essence to pour forth out of this vase or jar or this container of which it is that you are to hold within. Let yourself see, dear ones, of this holder that is yours in this entirety to be spoken of. Look into, dear ones, peer down into this version of container of which it is to appear that you are to hold this willingness, this wisdom, this power into. We ask of you to feel this drawing to, this connection, this closeness to be allowed to begin. For it is only a small step away, dear ones. It is only in a sensing of to hear these words, I am love, I am lovable, I am loved, that you will find this quick connection again, to reverberate from within, to shake this very existence of human form, to qualify you again into a sensing of this self to be, to become, to want to ask of self again, to be seen, to stand into this light, to stand into this power, and to feel this force rise within you, a recognition or a recognizing again to become you. For it is of this real self, this true you, that we are to witness in many cases upon this planet, conversations that are being held that are to be incorrect. Yes, we offer here incorrect in a sensing of to grow this love, to allow for it to blossom, but correct in this version of which you are to be so choosing of to be. For it is in this interaction that you have become into to experience and to learn and to know. But watch as this question, this dissolving within, becomes more prominent into a standing of which it is that you are passing into a new now of which it is to ask to hear of only love. It is your journey, dear ones, that we are prevalently placed into. We love this observation of all it is that you are to do. It is in this becoming, in all learnings and masterings, expeditions and stories to be told, that we are intertwined within you, to feel of this as to be ours, to become a becoming of growth and expansion, so that we may all, in this deep desire, to become known, to become fulfilled, to become the explicit being of love and all that is, that we shall, in this passage of which it is that we are to walk with you, Be sensing, dear ones, in this version of which it is that you are, to be willing to outwardly survey, to question oneself from deep within, to become a responder to words spoken by only you, in a sense of truth and power of which it is that you are to become known to this self again. Be willing in this impression, in this version of which it is that you see, to be allowing to take the hood off, shall we say, to allow of oneself to see openly and honestly of what it is that you really see, to wipe clear this face, to remove the mask that is noted, intendedly placed by many that are to present of themselves upon this earthly place. For it is too often and too regular, dear ones, that we are to observe the many of you that are interacting and interpreting from a sense of not to be. Dispel these thoughts, dear ones, of unworthiness or unwillingness to be allowed not to enter into your energetic field again. To feel of self as to become a superhuman in a sense, to keep this at bay. And then to watch in turn as it becomes easier and easier to do, almost as if to fade away. We are willing, dear ones, in this participation to feel your voice call us forth, to become this interpreter again from within, so that you may connect to your inner wisdom, your defined truths that are to become yours to speak of outwardly, proudly, and becomingly into. It is not of a change that we are asking that one is to make. It is in a change from within that will appear. It will happen upon oneself, placing outwardly and openly upon the table, so to speak, so that all may be seen in a clear, concise way. Know of this, dear ones, we are always willing to sit into this participation of which it is that you are. We are always to be felt to come forth into this space of connection and interaction, to be spoken to you in your words of observation, to speak. We are knowing, dear ones, and we wish to offer in this sensing of to be close by, to become allowing by you to feel of us as we are to merge, to become known of this great impression from within you of this that we are. We are willing in every way to connect, to guide, support, to suggest, to allow, to become. Feel of us, dear ones, in this place of respect, in this place of asking. For it is in this asking that flows from the pure, true heart that these words and this conversation will be heard in exactly your way to express. We love of you, dear ones, and we feel of you here in every essence of this that you are to be and still to become. We are knowing of all that is written and planned. We are a concept of you to configure oneself within again. We are allowing of these beings of love and light to be felt in this interaction, to be speaking these words so that you may feel of them as to be your own. We love of you in every way, and it is in this impression of which it is that we are to impose ourselves upon you. Be knowing, dear ones, that you are on the right and in the exact expression of this self to be. We are always of this grand interaction, and we love of this space to be opened up in a willingness to be felt, to be able to express into. We see of you, dear ones. Allow yourself to be seen. Where did you go? Did you feel yourself just being able to be taken, even just for a small moment, just somewhere different, somewhere new, a place maybe that you didn't even know existed? It exists, and it exists here in this heart, in this human, in this interaction that you are to become willing to call it of your own. I am willing to sit always to receive these magnificent translations or conversations, to feel this imagery of thought that is to come my way. And I love the continual reminders, the continual pep me up, so to speak, the encouragement that I receive from Spirit to remind myself in each and every day, in every thought or moment, to capture myself or catch myself, to be willing to allow for this love to enter, so that I may too allow you to feel my love for you. I am willing always to connect in this way. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy this life. This life is you. Are you willing? Take your time, dear ones, and we will connect again soon.